Good morning, children. Come, let's read a very interesting story. This story is all about two frogs. Now, we all enjoy traveling here and there, right? Traveling is a fun for everyone. Let's see how these two frogs traveled from one place to another and what they did. So, let's start. Once upon a time, in Japan, there lived two frogs. One of them lived in a ditch near the town of Osaka. The other lived in a stream in the town of Kyoto. The two frogs lived far apart, but they both had the same idea at the same time. They wanted to leave home and see a bit of the world. The frog who lived in Kyoto wanted to visit Osaka. Soon I shall go to Osaka, he thought. The frog who lived in Osaka dreamed of seeing Kyoto. Oh, I shall leave soon for Kyoto, he said to himself. One fine morning in spring, both the frogs set out halfway between Kyoto and Osaka. There was a mountain. It took the frogs a long time to reach the top, but they did so at last. What a surprise it was for each to see the other. They took some rest and began to talk about their journeys. I wish we were bigger, said the Osaka frog, for then we could see both towns from here. We could then decide if we want to go on. I have an idea, said the Kyoto frog. If we stand up on our hind legs and hold on to each other, we might see the towns we are traveling to. Could we do that, please? The Osaka frog said it was a very good idea. He put his front feet on his friend's shoulders. The frogs stood up on their toes, stretching themselves as high as they could. The Kyoto frog faced Osaka and the Osaka frog faced Kyoto. We can see what was their posture in this picture. It's very interesting. But the foolish frogs forgot that when they stood up, their large eyes were at the backs of their heads. So even though they both faced the towns to which they were going to, their eyes saw only the towns from which they had come. Dear me, cried the Osaka frog, Kyoto looks exactly like Osaka. So what we can see when the frogs, they stretch themselves to see new towns, they faced to the same town from where they came. So it was of no use. They were fools. Let's see next what happened. Why then make such a long journey? I might as well go home. If I had known the Osaka was only a copy of Kyoto, I would never have come all this way, the Kyoto frog said. And as he spoke, the frogs let go to each other and fell down on the grass, croaking loudly. So what happened? They said, we can see the same town. This new town is exactly what my town looks like. So now what they did, they jumped and they croaked and they sat on the grass. Let's see next. The two frogs said goodbye politely and wished each other well. Then each set off for go home again. To this day, they both believe that Osaka and Kyoto, which are as different as two towns can be, look exactly the same. So they carried this idea with them that both the towns look the same and there's no difference. And they went back home. So read the story and enjoy. Thank you.